On today's show, the guys are talking back to school. We've got our featured artist of the week and more. That's up next on EduTech Guys. EduTech Guys Radio. Radio.edutechguys.com.
The opinions expressed under the site and its programs are those of the participants and not intended to and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of any specific educational entity, sponsor, company, state, or government agency.
There we go. Welcome to the show. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen. It's a madhouse. Things are a little crazy. It's off the hook, off the chain, off the tracks.
Completely.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Henderson.
Hey, and I'm Jeff Madlock.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to EduTech Guys Radio.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Hey, check us out on the web. You can go to www.twitter.com/EduTechGuys. You can also visit just www.edutechguys.com, and you can find us right there. Drop down to the bottom of the page. You'll find a nice little form you can fill out to get in touch with us. Also, just join our site. You can become a member right there as the pop-up annoys you 30 seconds in. Also, if you're looking for us on social media, just go out to Google, type in EduTech Guys, and I bet your bottom dollar. But I've said that twice now.
You have. That's twice in a row. You got Annie on the brain.
I got Annie on the brain. I hope she's okay. Anyway, it's deja vu from last week's show. So anyway, check us out on the web at Google. Type in EduTech Guys. You'll find us. We're out there. Instagram, Facebook, Google Plus, everything. We're all there.
You know what they say about deja vu?
What's that?
Glitch in the matrix.
It's a glitch in the. Did you see that cat walk by the door twice?
I did. Peed on my foot. You think I would have moved the second time?
Hey, we hope you're having a great summer out there. It's hot.
It is way hot. I don't know. I guess it also depends on where you are, but man, is it hot. Definitely. It's definitely hot here in L.A., Lower Arkansas, where the temperatures are a cool low to mid 90s. And we're actually supposed to have a cold front come through so that the highs will then be in the upper 80s.
Now we're talking upper 80s. That's beautiful.
Those were good years, the upper 80s. I graduated in the upper 80s.
I did too. Hey, wait, I just realized I just had my 30th classroom reunion. So you did too.
I'm sure I did.
And you didn't go either.
I don't.
I didn't either.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't partake in such events.
Yeah, that's a little.
My issue is this. I moved around a lot, especially in my high school years. I went to 9th grade in one school, 10th grade in another, and then 11th and 12th grade in the school that I graduated from. I mean, I know some people, but
Facebook has fixed a lot of that.
That's true. I've actually reconnected with a lot of the folks.
So why show up and just talk about the pictures you posted on Facebook? That's how I was. Hey, it looks like you guys had a great reunion. I saw all the pictures on Facebook.
There you go. That's right. Saw it on the social media. So,
funny.
We saw it on the line.
On the line. So, yeah, you're exactly right. That's really quite interesting.
But, yeah. So there you go, man.
Well, cool. Now, on today's show, we're going to talk about back to school. It's back to school time, and
welcome back.
For a lot, especially in our state, it's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, man, it is, and it is snuck up so quickly. I mean, it's I don't know. You hear that a lot. Oh my gosh, it's all of a sudden it's here, but it really is. In fact, we were talking about this in the office earlier. I was talking with some of my coworkers, and we were talking about how it was just New Year's, and we were talking about, how long it was going to be before summer got here, and then summer was going to last forever. Where I work in my regular day job, we are a service agency, and we provide workshops, professional development, that type of thing for teachers. And so summer is really our busy time because that's when we're doing a lot of the training and that kind of stuff. So we figured summer was going to last a long time because there's so much going on. And instead, I mean, we're 2 weeks away from school starting again.
It's almost here.
Wow.
I know, it's kind of freaky, isn't it?
It is freaky.
So
why am I? Don't show me doing that.
But yeah, so let's start. You're right. It just snuck up. And in my job, the tech end that I'm in now, I think that's the part I hate over these past, what's 25 years? Is that a century?
No, it's a quarter century.
That's quarter century. Thank you. Boy, I lost my mind.
You have.
Yeah. So, you know, in my job, the weird part is that every time this year is when the big bulk of workshops kind of hit,
Yeah.
you know, right before. And inevitably, my people come back and they want something new now.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to make happen 2 weeks or 3 weeks before school starts. But I wanted to say this year, the cloud, and I think all the great work like the service centers are doing and the conferences are doing.
Yeah.
And I guess it's safe to say that there's a lot of neat apps and things out there and cloud-based software, but they've really honed in and they've really done a good job of, you know, teachers are like down to not, you know, in the old days, it was like 10 teachers are doing this and 4 teachers are doing this and 6 teachers are doing this. And a lot of schools have done a really good job about, we're all Google or we're all Microsoft 365 and this is all here. So great. They can train on that and that's all good. And, you know, for a tech department, it's like, great, it's all in the cloud. Yay!
Yeah, especially that part.
As long as the internet works and the filtering is going on, we're happy campers. You know, so that's a good deal. But then like Flipgrid and Buncee and all those apps that are out there, you know, and you can even throw in stuff like Go Guardian and all that kind of stuff, Mobile Guardian and, you know, Care Monkey and all that kind of stuff. It's all cloud-based and it's all got lessons and planning. And the teachers are kind of like picking that one thing. And then I'm noticing it spreads like wildfire amongst the grade level. Like they'll go, yeah, we'll just all use Flipgrid or all use Buncee or we'll all use WeVideo or we'll all use, you know, that. And that's what'll happen. It's been pretty cool. But, and I think that's my excitement about this next year is I think we'll see a little more student voice and student work done because teachers have picked something to definitely stick to. Google being that number one thing.
Yeah, and I think you hit a really good point. At least from the discussions we've had with the various teachers that we interact with, and the folks that we interact with, not just, you know, in the quote unquote real world, you know, physical space, but also the people that we chat with online and that we know online, and we have these types of same discussions. That definitely seems to be a consensus in that. Whether it's at the building level or the district level, there seems to be a consensus among the district saying, okay, we're going to go in this particular direction. Where I don't know, it just seems like in the past, you know, you'd have these 2 grades and they want this particular software, and these 4 grades and they want this, and these 3, you know, and it's kind of everywhere, and it was a hodgepodge. And I mean, that really would drive IT departments like ours, you know, up the wall, because you're trying to manage 52 different things. But at least from what we've seen and what we've heard, it seems like that is sort of leveling off.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what it's doing. I think we're starting to see it, and I want to say it's because the curriculum has gotten more test centric and it's more definite around the country, especially like around the state. So the workshops that you're seeing around the state, whether you go to one at this co-op or you go to one at the co-op in Northwest Arkansas or wherever, since we're all shooting for the same stuff in Arkansas, then a lot of the workshops are going to be the same thing, because a lot of the curriculum out of these, you know, almost 300 or over 300 school districts is kind of really the same.
Sure.
And that is kind of nationwide, because everybody unfortunately is shooting for the test.
Right.
And so we're going to see the same stuff taught. And so therefore, you know, well, I've got this lessons already built out in Google Docs from my Google Classroom, and I just shared it with, you know, 1,380 teachers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and one of the things, and I don't know what it's like in other states, so by all means, if you're watching, if you're listening, feel free to leave a comment, let us know how it is in your experience in your state. But one of the things that I hear from vendors a lot who deal in Arkansas is that in Arkansas, especially when it comes to education technology, if a handful of schools latch on to something, then nearly every school latches onto it. We've got, there's this thing that happens in our state where it's kind of a, you know, good news travels fast. I don't know what you want to call that. You know, we all like to jump on the bandwagon and hop along and grab whatever's going on. But I think a lot of that is also especially in our side of things, we're on the tech side of things. We're kind of not necessarily a close knit group, but by the same token, we're kind of a close knit group. I mean, we've got various lists and forums and those types of things that we participate on, but we also see each other at least once or twice a year. We get together, we talk about things, we have really deep discussions about the things that the schools are doing or are wanting to do, are looking at doing, and we also have a tendency to look to each other. So if I'm interested in, say, installing a VoIP solution, then I'm not necessarily going to jump out there and just buy one. I'm going to find out what are the people using, what do they like, what don't they like, and we're really good. I mean, we really are. We're really good about being perfectly blunt. Yeah, I bought this and it was no good at all, or I bought this and we love it. And the same thing with education technology services and software. We're using software XYZ and my teachers love it. Oh, we tried, software ABC and, our teachers didn't care for it after the first year, or things were really great at first, but then, or it took there was a long learning curve or whatever it is. We're really good about sharing that stuff out. So I'm hoping other places are like that, but it all goes back to what you were talking about before, where it seems like this year a lot of folks are on the same page.
Yeah. And I think that's true. I think everybody's kind of realized, oh, hey, these schools have been using this now, and I need, and especially, I think that's true. And I saw that at ISTE, and we saw it at HISTE, and we saw it up in Springdale at the Innovation Institute. A teacher goes into a presentation or a workshop or a session, and there are 30 people in there, and they're talking about what's the Spheros, or they're talking about maybe Prodigy Games or whatever,
right.
and in that room, the group from City X says, yeah, we've been using that and we love it. And that's like, wow,
Yeah.
I know that city and they're using it.
Right.
And so it gives it that extra little bit of oomph, and then they can go back and say, well, yeah, I think that's true. It's, as teachers have had to change in the classroom because of the web, they're no longer the sage on the stage. And I think that's also what that's done for them, is it's also allowed them to be open to what other schools are doing. Because for a long time, teachers were very guarded about their curriculum was better than the next school's curriculum, or their curriculum was different. And some of our tech coordinator friends, we talked about this last time, we're the same way. But I think we've all changed now to where, nah, man, if that's what's working and I know about it, then I'm going to do it.
I think some folks have changed.
Well, and I agree. And I just had a conversation today with a business department somewhere, I won't say where, about installing the new Microsoft Office full-blown professional suite on Windows 7 machines.
Yeah.
And, this is just my stance on it. Really? Yeah. I mean, what are you doing to yourself and to your kids? I mean, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to do that. I know kids in schools around the country that use Google Docs to write their papers or do their homework, and then they have to copy it into Word so they can turn it in, because the teacher will not accept it if it's not in Word. And just today was a memo. Well, there's some new stuff to put on the websites in the state,
of course, and
they said, please make sure it's available for download in a PDF doc. And I was like, why in the world would you put something up, first of all, in a specific format, Word?
Yeah.
Next, that always gets me about, why would you put something up that's editable?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing that gets me. I do not like putting any kind of editable formatted document on our corporate site, especially if it has any kind of data information in there, because anybody could just, you can download it, change it. Now, I know we're not, it's very easy to go find PDF editors. I get that. I understand.
But at the same time,
but by the same time, the average user who comes along isn't most likely going to have one of those, but still might be likely to have Word and to change a few things if they needed to, wanted to. Now, again, part of that is also depending on what the data there, what the document is, are they going to want to edit? Why would they want to edit it? That type of thing. But I mean, you never know. It's It's just one of those things.
Well, it's one of those things that I always say about, the way that it works for districts and educational entities. We put something online and we're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for us, if someone changes something and then says, well, this is what I downloaded,
Right.
and this policy says this, our job as the educational entity is to prove that that's not what we put up. And that becomes hard.
Right.
Well, no, we didn't. This is what we had put up there. Well, can you show us the original document and the digital timestamp and the blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
And that just creates more work. If it's a PDF, we can just say, no, that's the PDF we put up. It's a PDF that's always been there. You can look at the date on it. That's what's been there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think because, metadata can be changed on Google Docs and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can be changed on any of the, and on, I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's kind of like, look, it's kind of like locking your house, right?
Yeah.
You're keeping out the people who don't necessarily really want to get in your house. But if somebody really wants to get in your house, they're going to get in your house. Sorry, but
I like that. If they want in your house, they're going to get in there. You better lock the doors tonight,
just saying, you can get into Windows. You can,
sure.
We
know. We both know.
Look, worst case scenario, the
We've
dude grabs a chainsaw.
Data before.
Dude grabs a chainsaw out of your shed and cuts through the side of the house.
That's really funny you would say that. I use a chainsaw when trying to hack into PDFs. New app name, digital chainsaw.
I was just going to say, I have an app for that might be a little less intrusive. and a little less unwieldy than a chainsaw.
So sorry, we got away on metadata. What we were really talking about is getting back to school, and it looks like folks have really got their eggs or hens, chickens in a row, chickens and egg in a chicken. Who came first? I don't know what I'm talking about. Bigger than a bread box. But no, it really looks like teachers have got a great plan together, and I think school districts are looking a little more solid.
I think so too. I would tell you what's really frustrating, and I can tell this from experience that I've been working through with a school district. They have their plan. They have the exact idea what they want. They know the exact materials they want, the whole 9 yards. However, the particular publisher involved isn't ready for the rollout. So they're buying into this program that they want to roll out, and the teachers are excited about it. They hope the students are going to be excited about it. The publisher's like, yeah, we're not really going to be ready. We thought we were going to be ready when you bought it, but we're not going to be ready. So that's very frustrating.
How does that work? I mean, that's interesting that they're not ready.
It is, yeah, I agree. I mean, and I don't know how that works because it blows my mind that's how. This is how companies operate.
And that falls right into something we've always fallen into for years, is that teachers come to workshops and they get excited about something. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't work when they go back to use it, or in this situation, it's not there.
Right.
It pretty much, especially if it's summer workshops, summer prep, going into a school year, doesn't work, not there. It puts a damper on the whole year.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're talking about
probably in some places completely kills the
right. That's what I was going to say. So you either lose the steam and lose the momentum of what was going to happen, or you completely, it completely shuts it down, puts the brakes on it, and they will never touch it again.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's bad news.
It is bad news.
So listen, if you've got some stuff out there that you'd like to share with us, keep going. That's great. I like a little background music. If you have God of our fathers. Now, listen, if you've got some stuff you'd like to share with us about your district or things that you're getting ready to do this year that are new and exciting and innovative for you.
Yeah.
Anything from maker spaces to you name it, 3D printers, you got it. Whatever is going to get your people hot and bothered under the collar, let us know.
All right.
And you can always get in touch with us. If you'd like us to come out and show you some really cool stuff, we have some really cool stuff. If you want to get your people hot and bothered and your kids really excited, we can show you some neat stuff that has to do with things like you see right here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every Wednesday. We can make it happen. Hey, what do you say we drop out to a little music?
Hey, it sounds great, man. We've got some Nick C for you. He's a guy out of Pittsburgh, and he's got some really cool stuff. And this is Completely Yours on EduTechGuys.
I'm just vibing on your energy. But when you're near me, and I know we have just begun, but I'm glad that we can give it a chance. 'Cause ain't no better feeling out than falling in love. My heart is not my own, and it's sinking like a stone. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. Well, love, every time that you cross my mind, I think of bright moonlight and a glass of wine, and slow dancing on the beach to our favorite song. And if nobody's looking, we can get it on. But I know we have just begun, and I'm glad that we can give it a chance. 'Cause ain't no better feeling out than falling in love. My heart is like a stone. My heart is not my own. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. I'm completely yours. When you look at me, the way my head stands up when I hear you speak, the way my legs turn rubber when you love me down. I said, hey, little lover, can you hear me now? Well, I know we have just begun, and I'm glad that we can give it a chance. 'Cause ain't no better feeling out than falling in love. My heart is not my own. It's sinking like a stone. I'm completely yours. 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 I'm completely yours.
There you go. Music from C. Completely yours. You're on EduTechGuys Radio. NIKSEA.com. Go find his music.
Yeah, good stuff. I like Nick C's music.
I do too.
You know, we've had a lot of other artists reach out to us on Twitter about, some things. So we should look at some music this fall.
Yeah.
And I know we're it's a different format. I hope you like the video stuff. The video stuff's very different, and it's new, exciting and new. Come aboard, the EduTech guys are waiting for you
with Miro.
So yeah, we're using Miro live stream to do the show and go a new route with our video, and we're still doing the live podcast, and you can still get the audio on SoundCloud.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you'd like to know more about this, reach out to us at edutechguys.com, or you can do it jeff@edutechguys.com or david@edutechguys.com. Write us, ask us how we're doing it, and we can even come to your school or your cooperative area and do a workshop for you.
That's right. Or you can come see us, because we are going to be in several places coming up this year. We've got some things in the works. We got some things already booked, such as the TCCA conference in Houston, Texas in October.
Yep, October the 7th.
October the 7th. And then we have AESA in San Antonio in December. And I can't remember exactly, but that's early December. It's usually around the 2nd, 3rd, somewhere in there. But we'll have the dates for you. But yeah, AESA in San Antonio in December.
And FETSI 18. Looking forward to it. Orlando, Florida.
That's going to be awesome.
In January. We're already actually working with the gang at FETSI.
Yeah.
getting stuff ready to go, and that's going to be a really good one. We're looking forward to it. We'll have some different sponsors and some new sponsors by that time.
Yep.
And the format might be really cool with Mevos and video and audio live from the floor.
That's right.
Fetsy.
We'll be coming to you live. That's going to be awesome.
Yep. Hey, Google tip of the week.
Google tip of the week. Do we have one?
I do. Google tip of the week this week is about team folders. Team folders, we've talked about it before, but here at the beginning of school, you're going to find some great uses for them. One of them for my district has been, we have a wonderful website by the company EduTechGuys. They make a wonderful back-end website. If you're looking for one, I can highly recommend them. There's a lot of them out there. There's tons. You can find great web companies out there for schools. But we needed the ability, we get a lot of documents that need to be uploaded. In fact, right now, the state has a new mandate of some documents that they want out, ready for the new, has to be state documents online. But you don't always want to give a lot of people a lot of rights to post stuff to a website. So I created a team folder in Google that just says web upload folder. And the cool part about that is that it has just the people in it that from those campuses can drop anything that needs to be uploaded into that folder. And the rest of us that are in there, a handful of us, have the ability to upload. Yeah. So that way you're keeping it, those folks can still make sure that their campuses are getting information on, say, the main website or the main document site, but they don't have the power to go straight there. Yeah. It's just, does it cause more problems? I don't believe so.
Well, what I like about that idea is you can then delegate to the folks who need to post the particular content and say, look, you only have to post this one document or these two documents. You don't have to, no one person is in charge of the full gamut of things that needs to go on the website, especially in Arkansas where it comes to what the state requires.
Right.
Not one person is over all of that. You can delegate that out and say, look, you're just going to upload these two documents that you generate all the time anyway. I'm going to show you how to post that up, and there you go.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
That's very cool stuff.
So that's all about team folders inside Google. I know we've talked about them before, but really great stuff. Yeah. I highly recommend it.
That's very cool. That's a great way to utilize something that you get for free anyway from Google.
And remember, team folders aren't owned by anyone. They're owned by the district. So those people can come in and go and change, and it doesn't have to be the same person all the time.
You don't own me.
Listen to you.
Don't listen to me.
Hey, well, it's been a great show.
It has, man. Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching. We appreciate it so much. I'm David Henderson.
Hey, I'm Jeff Madlock.
We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to EduTechGuys Radio, radio.edutechguys.com.
The opinions expressed on this site and its programs are those of the participants and not intended to and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of any specific educational entity, sponsor, company, state, or government agency.